Yo, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at the February unlocks for Humble monthly subscribers. If you guys subscribed, obviously the early unlock was Civilization 6, which was huge, and they later added Owlboy. And I also want to take a look at the early unlock for March, which is a great game at a great price. So we're going to first talk about that. So the new early unlock for Humble Monthly, remember this is $12. You'll get one game right away and the rest of the titles will be unlocked on the first Friday of March. This month is another very enticing game. You will be getting Dark Souls 3 as well as the DLC Dark Souls 3 Ashes of Ariandel. I hope I said that right. But yeah, that is a fantastic deal on Dark Souls 3. I know a lot of gamers were going crazy when the Steam Winter Sale had Dark Souls 3 for 75% off for $15. Well, with Humble Monthly, you're doing even better. You're getting Dark Souls 3, you're getting the DLC, and then you're getting a bunch of other games. So this is yet another very good Humble Monthly. I am very impressed by Humble recently. January, we had Quantum Break, The Long Dark, and Warhammer Dawn of War 3 as the early unlocks. February, we had Civilization 6 and Owlboy. And now we have Dark Souls 3 and the DLC, and remember, that's only just the beginning of the bundle. The rest of the games, which is going to be another 5 or so games, and remember, the rest of the bundle, which is going to be another, 6 or 7 games, are going to unlock on the first Friday of March. So that is insane. Dark Souls 3 right away for $12. I'll leave my link in the description box down below. I am sponsored by Humble, and I get a little bit of a cut. But yeah, with deals like this, that's pretty insane. Dark Souls 3 for $12, you get the DLC. Remember, if you're a monthly subscriber, you get 10% off on everything on the store. So that is a fantastic deal. That beats out what Steam was offering the game for at the winter sale. And a lot of you guys were messaging me, telling me to talk about that deal. Well, this deal is far better than that. Okay, so moving on from that, I also want to take a look at the February offerings, which were some really solid games. On top of Civilization 6 and Owlboy, we had some very good games to go with that as well, and considering that Civilization 6 for $12 was already a great deal, you got Owlboy in there as well. I would say that those two games more than make up for your entry price, but then you got a lot of other good games as well. First up, you got Life is Strange The Complete Season, which typically goes for like $5 during a Steam sale, and I know a lot of people that pick it up during Steam sales for $5. You get the complete season, a great game from Square Enix, tackles some very interesting and mature themes, so it's gonna turn some people off if your beliefs don't align with the game, but still, it's a very interesting title. I would recommend you to play it. It's really good. There's also a prequel that just released, Life is Strange Before the Storm, and I believe there is a second season of this title in development. And with this, you get all 5 episodes, so that's great. It's not like you just get the first episode or anything like that. The first episode's been free on Steam for a long time, I believe. So that is a great addition to the February Humble Monthly. On top of that, you also get Tacoma, which was a game by Fulbright, and if you don't know who Fulbright are, those are the guys that also did Gone Home, another very good game, and Tacoma follows in that suit in that it's a very narrative-driven adventure. It's sci-fi, it's got a great setting, pretty good visuals, very much driven by the story, however, but this is another great game on top of Humble Monthly if you subscribe for February. This game was released just back in August, and it released at $20, and on sale, it was typically pretty expensive, so now, as a part of your Humble Monthly subscriber, definitely a good reason to check this game out. And again, it was made by Fulbright Gone Home developer, so if you enjoyed that game, Tacoma is going to be very similar to that. It's got a 76 on Metacritic, which is pretty good, and if you're into story-driven games, which you got Life is Strange in this bundle, and you got Tacoma, those are both very story-driven adventures. So as I mentioned, you also had Civilization 6 and Owlboy. I'm just going down the official listing on Humble. They have it ordered in that way. Another very interesting game, and a game that I've been eyeing for a while, but never actually tried, was Black the Fall, which is a part of Humble Monthly. Black the Fall was a game that was actually published by Square Enix. It was a part of their indie program that they've been going through, and I don't know much about this game, but when I looked at it, I thought it was very interesting in terms of presentation, and I'll just read the Steam description for you guys. After decades of toil, an old machinist plots his escape from communism through manipulation and scheming. Along the road, he befriends the most unlikely creature, an abandoned robot. Could they solve the puzzles and flee this bleak world together? This game has gone super under the radar. If you look at the Steam reviews, there's literally only 126 reviews, so this is the type of game that's great to have in a Humble Monthly. It's gonna get awareness about the title out there. It does have a 72 on Metacritic, which is okay. I thought it was a pretty interesting game. Again, never played it, but I will definitely do so. Also, I'm gonna wrap up talking about the last 3 games pretty quickly. We had Snake Pass. That's got very positive reviews on Steam, so that's cool. It's touted as a unique physics-based puzzle platforming game. It challenges players to think like a snake as they tackle precarious puzzles as only a snake can. You've also got the Norwood Suite, and it said that the Norwood Suite is a first-person adventure game that takes players to the secluded Hotel Norwood on a simple, friendly errand that quickly unfolds into something much more involved. Filled with bizarre characters and objects, this mysterious resort is a dense, open-ended world, teeming with hidden passages and secrets to discover. And finally, the humble original title was Fortune 499. Very old school style and presentation. Looks like an old Game Boy Color game or something. It said that Fortune 499 is a game about money and magic. You play a fortune teller working in the magical resources department of a large corporation. You engage in day-to-day office activities such as forwarding emails, attending meetings, fighting back hordes of monsters, and dealing with printer jams. With some tricky magic up your sleeve and your job on the line, it's up to you to build a future out of the hand you've been dealt. Pretty interesting title in terms of premise. But yeah, once again, a very solid Humble Monthly. Civilization 6 and Owlboy were already worth the price of admission, but you got Tacoma, you got Life is Strange, you got Black the Fall, which was a game I was personally pretty interested in. I already own Life is Strange, I already had Tacoma, so those games unfortunately were repeats for me. I'm sure I'll give them out. But yeah, overall, pretty successful bundle, and March is looking to be a solid bundle as well. You got Dark Souls 3 and the DLC, $12 entry. That's pretty damn good. Hopefully the rest of the bundle shapes out well. We know with these bundles that a lot of the times when you have higher end games as a part of the early unlock, the rest of the bundle doesn't hold up. But in recent months, with Civilization 6, we still got a good bundle, and January, we had a bunch of great games as the early unlock, and the rest of the bundle turned out pretty well too. So I'll leave a link for the Dark Souls 3 description box down below. If you're interested to check that out, and for $12, you get the DLC, that's a good deal. And if you did sign up for the February Humble Monthly, make sure you redeem all your games because you got some good ones to check out. That's gonna wrap up this video, guys. As always, thanks for watching. If you have a request for a future video, you can leave that in the comment section down below, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.